In this video, I'm going to be picking the greatest Irish Rugby 15 of all time. The selections will be based predominantly on their performances in an Ireland jersey, but individual accolades, club performances and Lions Tour selections will also be taken into consideration. I'll also have an emphasis on players who played from the 90s onwards, given the transformation the game has gone through since the onset of professionalism, but players from all eras will be given consideration. For the first place in our team at loosehead prop, we have Cian Healy. At the time of making this video, Healy is Ireland's fourth most capped player in history with 123 caps and is still a feature in the squad in 2023 after making his debut in 2009. Healy has scored 11 tries for Ireland and has won the Six Nations Championship 4 times, including 2 Grand Slams, while also being an uncapped squad member for the Grand Slam in 2009. One of the standout games of his career was when he won the Man of the Match award in Ireland's win over Australia in the 2011 World Cup. Healy is a solid scrummager, a good pick and go option, as well as being difficult to stop once he gets running up to top speed with the ball. If he makes it into this year's World Cup squad, it'll be the 4th World Cup he's gone to in his career. For the hooker position, we have Keith Wood. The choice for this position was between Rory Best and Keith Wood, and I went with Keith Wood because he had a greater peak level than Best and was more essential to the team when he played, whereas Best was a pillar of consistency with great longevity but wasn't as vital to the team's success. Wood played 58 times for Ireland and won the first ever World Player of the Year award in 2001, something that no other front rower has managed to achieve. He played like a back at times and had an exceptional skill set with the ability to beat defenders and even kick accurately to touch. Wood scored 15 tries for Ireland, which at the time of his retirement was the record number of tries scored by a player in the front 5 at international level. He currently has the second highest test try tally for a hooker behind Joe Taffetti of the USA, but it's worth noting that most of Joe's tries came against Tier 2 nations. Wood has made 5 Lions appearances, was inducted into the World Rugby Hall of Fame in 2014, and you could make the case for him being the best rugby hooker of all time worldwide. At tie head prop, the choice was between Tadhg Furlong and John Hayes. Hayes played for Ireland from 2000 to 2011, earning 105 caps, and upon winning the Grand Slam in 2009, he became the highest capped player in Ireland's history, and shortly afterwards he became the first Irish player to reach 100 caps. Despite the fantastic longevity of Hayes, the choice for tie head prop in this team goes to Tadhg Furlong, as I believe he's currently playing at a higher peak level than Hayes, and was selected in the World Rugby Team of the Year in both 2021 and 2022. Furlong is currently 30 years old and has played 64 times for Ireland. He's one of the best scrummagers in the world and is extremely powerful with the ability to outmuscle anyone who tries to tackle him. He has played on 2 Lions tours where he started in all 6 test matches, which shows the level that he's operating on. At lock number 4 we have Willie John McBride. The only player to make this list who played before the professional era, Willie John McBride made his debut for Ireland in 1962 and played for his country 63 times during a 13-year international career. McBride won the 5 Nations with Ireland in 1974, and in his final game at Lansdowne Road in 1975, McBride scored his first and only try for Ireland in their 25 points to 6 win over France. McBride played 17 tests across 5 Lions tours from 1962 to 1974, and he was influential in their first ever series win over New Zealand in 71, and he captained the Lions in their first ever series win over South Africa in 74. McBride was a fantastic leader and incredibly tough, even playing through injuries as severe as a broken leg. He never allowed the opposition to get a physical advantage over him and wouldn't allow his team to be bullied at any cost. McBride was inducted into the World Rugby Hall of Fame in 2009. At lock number 5 we have Paul O'Connell. O'Connell made 108 appearances for Ireland, scoring 8 tries in a career that spanned from 2002 to 2015. O'Connell occasionally stood in as Ireland captain throughout the years in the absence of Brian O'Driscoll, and he fully took over the role of captain during the 2014 season. At the 2015 World Cup, O'Connell sustained a hamstring injury in the group game against France, which put an unfortunate end to his playing career. O'Connell played 7 tests for the British and Irish Lions, leading them as captain for the 2009 tour of South Africa, and was widely recognised as one of the best second rows of his generation, as he was a world-class line-out operator. O'Connell has 1 nomination for the World Rugby Player of the Year award, which he received in 2006. At blindside flanker we have Peter O'Mahony. O'Mahony made his debut for Ireland in 2012 and has been one of the key figures during Ireland's run of success in the past decade, earning himself 94 caps. He has won 4 Six Nations tournaments, including 2 Grand Slams, and is a consistent performer who still finds his place in the team, despite the ever-growing list of talented forwards coming into the squad. O'Mahony is a versatile back rower who can also play number 8, and he's a reliable option at line-out time, while also being great at disrupting the opposition line-outs and stealing their throw. He's a fierce competitor who plays with a lot of intensity and often comes up with massive turnovers or penalty wins at the breakdown. At open side flanker we have Josh van der Fleer. Van der Fleer is the least capped player on this team, having just reached the 50 caps mark for Ireland this year, but with the form he's shown over the past couple of seasons, I think his performances justify the label of Ireland's best ever open side flanker. Van der Fleer won both the European Player of the Year and World Player of the Year awards in 2022, playing incredibly well for Leinster and also being one of the standout players in Ireland's series victory over New Zealand. He has an incredible work rate and is one of the best players in the world at the breakdown, while also being a great tackler, and he knows exactly when to carry into contact and when to distribute. Van der Fleer continued his great run of form into 2023, being a vital component in Ireland's Grand Slam triumph, and at age 29 it's quite likely he'll continue to be one of the first names on the team sheet for years to come. Before moving on, I'd like to give an honourable mention to Sean O'Brien, who up until a year ago would have been my first choice for open side and also had the ability to play on the blind side as well. O'Brien made 56 appearances for Ireland from 2009 to 2019, as well as 5 test appearances for the Lions across tours in 2013 and 2017, scoring one of the great Lions tries against New Zealand in 2017. He was a fantastic ball carrier who could break through the defensive line and also laid big hits on his opponents. He was named as the European Player of the Year in 2011. At number 8 we have Jamie Heaslip. Heaslip played for Ireland from 2006 to 2017, making 95 appearances and scoring 13 tries. He was first selected as captain in 2012 while Brian O'Driscoll was out due to injury, and he remained captain for the 2013 Six Nations. He won the Six Nations 3 times, which included a Grand Slam in 2009. Heaslip has made 5 test appearances for the Lions, starting all 3 tests against South Africa in 2009, and he made 2 appearances in the Lions series win over Australia in 2013. He was a great ball carrier who could use his pace to make a break into open space with the ability to fend and bump off tacklers. Because of his size and strength, he was extremely difficult to stop when he got the ball close to the try line, and often picked the ball up from the back of a scrum before running in for a try. Heaslip scored the World Rugby Try of the Year in 2016, which was also named as the Try of the Decade by the IRP. He was nominated for the European Player of the Year award 4 times and has 2 nominations for the World Player of the Year, coming in 2009 and 2016. At the scrum half position we have Conor Murray. Murray made his debut for Ireland in 2011, and at the time of this video he has made 105 appearances in which he scored 20 tries. Murray made an instant impact when he got into the Ireland squad and was chosen as the starting number 9 for Ireland's World Cup quarter-final against Wales in the 2011 World Cup. Since then he's been one of the most consistent starters in the Ireland setup until the recent emergence of Jamison Gibson Park. Murray has been known as an excellent box kicker and used his box kicking as a tactic to put the opposition under pressure, and he also has a great general kicking game as he could place the ball into positions to set up try scoring opportunities for his teammates. Murray is tall for a scrum half at 6'2", and because of his size he poses an extra threat to defences who know that if they switch off he could take the ball from the base of a ruck and break through the defensive line. He's a great decision maker and reader of the game, while also having variety to his attack, making him difficult for defences to predict. At the fly half position for our all-time Ireland 15 we have Johnny Sexton. Since the selections for this team is strictly position based, I've decided not to shoehorn Sexton in at 12 to accommodate O'Gara as fly half, meaning O'Gara fails to make this 15. As the honourable mention, it's worth noting O'Gara's achievements for Ireland, which include 128 caps, which is the second most ever among Irish players, and 1083 points, which is the most ever. The player who will be looking to overtake his points tally is Johnny Sexton, who currently has 1059 points for Ireland in 113 tests. Sexton currently stands as the highest point scorer in Six Nations history with 566 points, having passed O'Gara for the top spot in his final game against England. Sexton has won 4 Six Nations tournaments in 2014, 2015, 2018 and 2023, winning the Grand Slam in both 2018 and 2023. Sexton is one of the greatest playmaking fly halves of this generation and is a great ball carrier with a deceptive sidestep and excellent vision. He's great at instigating set play moves and linking up with teammates on a wraparound pass or deadly flat pass to assist his teammate in a line break. Sexton's longevity has been remarkable since he's still playing some of his best rugby at age 37, and he remains the most important player in the team, being the man pulling the strings for the backline. Sexton won the World Player of the Year award in 2018 and had 2 other nominations for the award in 2014 and 2022. At inside centre we have Gordon Darcy. Darcy didn't have the smoothest start to his Ireland career, earning his first cap in '99, with his second cap coming in 2002, then missing the World Cup squad in 2003. It was in 2004, however, when he began to show what he was capable of, as he won the Six Nations Player of the Tournament, while also receiving a nomination for the World Rugby Player of the Year that same year. Darcy formed a formidable partnership with Brian O'Driscoll as they played together for both Leinster and Ireland, with their centres pairing in both teams being unquestionable after Darcy had nailed down the number 12 spot, having played in a number of backline positions prior. Darcy had a fantastic ability to escape tacklers, beating more defenders in the 2006 Six Nations than any other player, and he offered much more than just a crash ball 12, as he also had great passing and vision. He retired in 2015 and made 82 appearances for Ireland throughout his career. At outside centre we have none other than Brian O'Driscoll. Widely considered as the greatest player to play the position of outside centre, Brian O'Driscoll holds the record for the most caps for Ireland with 133 in an international career that spanned 15 years. O'Driscoll is also Ireland's highest ever try scorer with 46 tries, and he won the Six Nations Player of the Championship award 3 times in 06, 07 and 09, and is the all-time leading try scorer in the competition with 26 tries. He has played on 4 Lions tours, making 8 test appearances and scored one of the most memorable Lions tries against Australia in 2001. He had a low centre of gravity and exceptional strength and balance, allowing him to beat players in open space and also power his way over when close to the try line. O'Driscoll was nominated for the World Player of the Year award in 2001, 2002 and 2009, but may feel hard done by for never winning the award, and missed out to Richie McCaw in 2009 by a single point in a year where O'Driscoll was a pivotal part of Ireland's Grand Slam win, while also winning Leinster's first European Cup. In his final game for Ireland in 2014, Ireland beat France by 22 points to 20 to win the Six Nations. On the left wing we have Keith Earls. Keith Earls has the longest active Irish career of anyone in this team, making his debut in 2008, and was a squad member for all 3 of Ireland's Grand Slams in 2009, 2018 and 2023. He has played in 98 tests for Ireland and is their second highest try scorer ever with 35 tries. Earls has a knack for coming up with big tries in crucial moments, and he's an expert at finishing off tries when he receives the ball near the touchline. He's a below average sized player on a rugby pitch at 5'10", but he has great positioning to find open space and great elusiveness that allows him to beat defenders. Earls can cover a number of backline positions, making him one of Ireland's best ever utility backs, as he could play full back, on the wings or at outside centre. On the right wing we have Tommy Bowe. Bowe is Ireland's 3rd highest try scorer with 30 tries, which he scored during a career where he made 69 test appearances. He scored one of the most iconic tries in Irish rugby history against Wales in the deciding game of the 2009 Six Nations that led to Grand Slam triumph. He won the Six Nations Player of the Tournament in 2010 with a particularly impressive performance against England, scoring 2 tries, including the winner, in a 20 points to 16 victory. Bowe ran good lines which often led to line breaks, and he was a great kick chaser, often getting on the end of balls played through by his teammates which led to tries. He was hard to get a hold of when running at top speed, and he had a lethal sidestep that often threw defenders off balance. Bowe made 5 starts for the Lions in test matches on tours in 2009 and 2013. Our honourable mention for the right wing position goes to Shane Horgan, who also had his own iconic moments in the green jersey, scoring some memorable tries, but he just misses out on making it into this 15. For the final position in the team, at full back we've selected Rob Kearney. Kearney made 95 appearances for Ireland between 2007 and 2019, and he won 4 Six Nations championships, in 2009, 2014, 2015 and 2018, with the first and last of his tournament wins being Grand Slams. He was a specialist fullback and had all of the skills you need in a number 15, with a great aerial presence as he was reliable under opposition bombs while also being able to regather kicks from his teammates. Carney had a solid boot of his own and was a good tactical kicker while also being dangerous when running with the ball in hand. Carney played on Lions tours in 2009 and 2013 with an incredible performance in the second test against South Africa in 2009 where he scored the Lions' only try of the game. He won the European Player of the Year award in 2012. Before wrapping up this video, I'd like to note 8 players who get a place on Ireland's all-time substitutes bench. I chose a 4-4 split between forwards and backs, and the players are Andrew Porter, Rory Best, John Hayes, Sean O'Brien, Peter Stringer, Ron O'Gara, Gary Ringrose and Shane Horgan. Who else do you think could have made it into the team? I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching.